fucking sticks.
The audio in the clip doesn't really match up with the video that you're watching right now, and the reason is I recorded two different videos. The audio is a video of just an introduction background, so I'm just doing things while I'm talking, and the video that you're seeing is just video that I collected during the day, so I thought that would kind of be a cool aspect. Once it transitions, you'll see Austin. He's the one petting the cat. That actually isn't me. I told him to just take the camera and go record stuff. So that is actually him petting my cat, and then it'll transition to the audio of me talking. And towards the end of the video, you'll see me come across a collection of items. This is the collection of items that I actually found in my attic. So sorry that it may be kind of boring that I'm just literally talking over a video and it may not make any sense. But yeah, this is the stuff that I'm finding, and the switch to video is actually me in my attic doing the electrical work, and I happen to stumble across some stuff what I think is from the 1800s and whatnot. So, hi, my name is Nicholas Argenbright, and today's day one, which I kind of like to think that every day is day one. Right now I'm cooking some chicken that I sliced up. I have some asparagus, some carrots, some broccoli, some Brussels sprouts chopped up on the side that I'm going to kind of add in with some rice here in a little while. But that's on a side note. I kind of just wanted to take a little bit of time to give a little bit of background on who I am and kind of what I'm going to be doing with this YouTube channel. This YouTube channel is just going to be one part of a long series of things that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be creating a website, for one, called Let's Make a Change, and it's basically going to be my effort to making a change globally, because I can't really do it in an efficient way that everybody else is doing. So I need to do something different. So this is kind of how I'm doing it. As Gandhi said, you can only change yourself. So I think it's very important that I spend the first 3 months kind of changing myself. I'm going to spend about a year to a year and a half recording a documentary. And in the documentary, I'm going to collect just daily bits of daily life. You know, like walking from my house to the gas station, recording little bits of information like that, or just random acts of this and that, and keeping that just so I can build an entire catalog of videos and photos of daily life, so that I can explain more complex ideologies in a simplistic way and kind of correlate them, so that as a race we can move on and truly understand that we do stand on the shoulders of giants. Some of the things I'm going to be doing, one is going to be the website development. The website development, I'm kind of going to make a community hub. I wanted to be able to build a community, but also me be able to share my ideas with you guys and be able to do this and that. I want you guys to be able to stick with me, because it's always going to be progressive, and I'm always going to be outreaching, and I'm always going to be doing different things. So if you were to tune in right now and only see the introductory video, you're really going to miss out on what I'm going to do, because I don't know what I'm going to do. I just want to change the world, and I'm going to start with myself. So some of the things I'm going to do, like I said, are the website. I'm going to build a website so I can build a community. One, I'm going to start with my general neighborhood. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to start doing random acts of kindness, and just random acts of kindness, not only just in my neighborhood, but to those around me, just to show them that I love them and appreciate them, because you need to start small. And honestly, what I want to do with this is just inspire everybody to make just the smallest of changes. A lot of people don't realize what they deem as small when they want to change something is actually a lot greater of a task, because they won't start with something that is like really small. You need to start with something really small, like appreciating every single moment of your life. And that's an important Buddhist concept. So if you were to understand Buddhist concepts, but not exactly to apply them because you're, let's say, Christian, it kind of leads to an inefficiency in human logic, because by us standing on the shoulders of giants, what that's saying is human invention and human thought has led to so many great things, and for you to put your personal opinion and the personal opinion of one, your religion, or your society as a whole over the grand logic of things, it just leads to inefficiency. And you can see it today in a lot of things. One, the economic system, the social system, the education system, and how these systems intertwine. And what I mean by this is, like, the education system causes you to devote so much time as a child on your homework and all that you don't actually get to focus on the important things, and you don't actually get to cherish what it means to learn. And that's something I'm also going to focus on, is what it means to learn. I'm going to just share with you guys little tidbits of information that I've kind of learned, and we're going to kind of have a little bit of fun. I'm going to go through and do stuff. I'm going to work on my house. Some people would consider my house technically abandoned. I'm going to be doing the wiring, random stuff in the house, and not only am I going to do that for a tutorial, but I need to change the environment that I surround myself in. So if that means organizing my desk or making a to-do list so at least today I feel productive, that's a small change that I want to make. And a lot of people, when they make these small changes, they have the expectation to continue that change through a long period of time, and I think that's extremely detrimental to you making a change, because when I held that view in my head, it's what held me back more than anything. I have depression. I've just recently been getting over my depression, and just the other day, in one of my fits of depression, combined with just daily anger, I was yelling at my mom, and I had a great epiphany in this moment of anger, and it kind of led me to realize that although anger is very bad, I've used it negatively, but it's led to some very positive epiphanies in my psychological understanding of the world around the world around me. And so I kind of want to get you guys to see that we can't look at the world so rigidly. And what I mean by that is kind of the similar idea of Buddhism. In Buddhism, they believe once you take a certain idea and you put a term on it, so let's say I take a mockingjay, that's the only bird I can think of at the top of my head, and I call it a mockingjay, I no longer look at it for the bird that it is. A mockingjay, mockingjays are they're going to be blue. Pigeons, they're going to crap on a car. Once you look at something so rigidly and hold it and as a concept like that, you fail to look at what life really is. And if we just slowly begin to break down these rigidities in our logic and everything like that, and just see what the value of education is, I think we can really change the world. So I hope you guys really stick with me and stay posted, because I'm going to be doing a lot of things. I don't really need money. My girlfriend right now, she earns around $1,500, $1,600 a month, and I spend $500 roughly in bills, and then have a couple other various things that I spend my money on, like soda pop, or I'll occasionally go get candy and whatnot. I'm going to start cutting down on stuff like that. And the reason I'm going to do that is I'm going to create economic freedom, and then I'm going to use the economic freedom, which I already have economic freedom, and I'm going to try and give that back to the people. And the way I'm going to do that is build a community of educated, like-minded people whose only goal in life is to just love those that are around them, learn, and to make things better. Because if every single day I can get up and I can make one single small change, and that inspires you to maybe just say thank you every now and again, that's huge. I don't have a job. My girlfriend makes enough money. I'm going to start raising $25,000, and how it's going to work is, I haven't fully formulated this in my head, but I only have the first tier thought out. So depending on how much money I raise, let's say I make $1,500, I'm going to take that $1,500, and I've already thought about what I'm going to do with that first $1,500. If my goal, and if I do this, by the end of 3 months, if I raise $1,500, I'm going to take that $1,500, and even during this time, I'm going to be looking for somebody to do this experiment on, and I'm going to save up and do it anyway. So even if the money isn't raised through GoFundMe or people donating, I'm going to do it myself, because that's what matters. But with the first $1,500 that I raise, if I do raise any of this money, is I'm going to go find a homeless man, and I'm going to try and actually make a change in his life. Rather than just a donation to him, I'm actually going to go out and get to know him, see what he likes to do, try to get him a job, and, a field that he loves doing, possibly. That's very hard to do, and it's going to be very hard to do. But you don't do things because they're easy. You do things to prove that they're hard, but even though they're hard, they're worth doing for the grandeur of everything. I can't explain this to you. I may stop at certain times when I'm talking during a video, but I'm so lost in thought on just how great it is to be alive. I mean, the sun, people all the time will say, yeah, we're made out of stardust. I mean, yeah, we are. But when you fully understand that, when you understand that our sun goes under nuclear fission and combines hydrogen to make every other element in the elemental table, you kind of sit back and you're like, it's just this perfect system of creating and dissembling. So you can either choose to create great things in this world and eventually, hopefully you've made a change and it will be like a drop in a pool of water. You know, you may not see that ripple effect because it takes time for it to be affected, but over time, what you've truly affected is greater than just what you can see. And that's what people today have a trouble with. It's not about what you can see, and it's not about what it is. Sometimes it's about what something could be. If we apply just a little amount of thought to a lot of things, we could do a lot of great things, and I can't do it myself. So this is my contribution. I'm going to spend the next year, every single day, at least once a day, doing something that is, I feel is going to be doing something greater to the greater good. So I'm going to find a problem. I'm going to say, you know, I really feel that littering is a problem, and I want to change that. So what am I going to do about it? You know what? I'm going to go out and I'm going to pick up trash around my neighborhood. And then when it actually starts getting nicer, it is February 29th, which you should be extremely appreciative of. It's a leap year, and it's extremely symbolic, especially to me because I'm doing this and I want to make a change on this day. So that especially 4 years from now, the next February 29th, I can look back and say, wow, in that 4 years, I did a lot of great things. A lot of great things that will help me in this very moment come out of my depression, but also in that moment wonder why I was in that depression and wonder why everybody else around me was so stricken with fear or whatever it is that they couldn't help me. They didn't have the time, they didn't have this and that. Because it's really not their fault. It's the economic system, the financial system. We're going to try and break free of it. And it starts with you, and it starts with me, and it starts today. So today is day number 1, February 29th, 2016. Thank you for watching this, and here's to the future.